Blackstone Audiobooks presents
The Civilization of the Middle Ages by Norman Cantor. The book bears a dedication to Sir Geoffrey Elton. The author provides a preface as follows. This book is an extensively revised, thoroughly updated, and substantially expanded version of medieval history, The Life and Death of a Civilization, New York, Macmillan, 1963, second edition 1968, revised paperback edition 1974. About one-third of the text is now different from the old version of this book. The old book went through some 14 printings and was a main selection of the History Book Club, which offered it to its subscribers for 19 years. It was widely used as a college textbook. The old book was still in print in 1991. Although its core was still viable, it needed major revision, which this book achieves. Intellectually, the main changes and additions in this version reflect the extensive publication on social structure, particularly on women's and family history, and on medieval piety and heresy in the past 3 decades. Greater attention has now been given to the impress of the heritage of the ancient world on the preconditioning of medieval civilization, and the section on patristic thought has been extensively rewritten. The major change between the earlier version and this one is in the latter part of the book, on the 14th and 15th centuries, which is almost entirely different in this version, and greatly expanded. Whereas in the old book the 14th and 15th centuries were treated as a sort of epilogue to medieval civilization, here they are given the same kind of comprehensive narrative treatment as in the rest of the book. This treatment reflects both the enormous body of new historical literature on the late Middle Ages in recent decades, and my changed perception of the later centuries of the medieval era. The bibliography in this volume is completely different from the last edition of the old book. It incorporates titles up to 1992. The first version of this book had a historiographical introduction and some further discourses on how the Middle Ages have been interpreted in the 20th century. That material has now been rendered superfluous and thoroughly superseded by my recent book, Inventing the Middle Ages. William Morrow, 1991, Lutterworth, 1992, Quill paperback, 1993, which is a companion volume to this book. Anyone who reads both books will have a full comprehension of both the narrative development of the Middle Ages and the course of their historiographical interpretation in this century. Inventing the Middle Ages was also a...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?